Christina Chong hints anything could happen between Lan and Kirk in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. Christina Chong hints that anything could happen between LT Lan Noonien Singh and LT James T. Kirk Paul Wesley in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. In Strange New Worlds Season 2's musical episode, Kirk told Lan he can't pursue a relationship despite their mutual attraction because he has a pregnant girlfriend named Carol. Meanwhile, Lan was inspired by her brief and tragic romance with an alternate reality Captain Kirk to change her paradigm and open herself up more, as she sang about in Star Trek Strange New Worlds musical. Screen Rant exclusively interviewed Christina Chong at STLV Trek to Vegas, where we discussed how Lan Noonien Singh feels about James T. Kirk going into Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. Christina explained that Lan is taking steps to become a more open person, and she hints at what that could mean for Kirk and Carol. Read Christina's quote below. Christina Chong. Well, obviously she has accepted at the end of Episode 10, Season 2, that they can't be together, and that doesn't mean that his love and their relationship hasn't evolved her in some way. So it's gonna be interesting. It feels like maybe she's gonna open up even more, because we certainly saw that towards the end of the season. And what would that mean? So if you're on a ship and you are open and ready, what does that mean? I can't tell you. You have to watch Season 3. And who knows? Who knows? Anything could happen? Just because he's with Carol doesn't mean to say that can't go wrong, right? What could happen between Lan and Kirk in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 Star Trek Strange New World? Executive producers have described the show as love stories in space, and Lan Noonien Singh's relationship with James T. Kirk is one of Strange New World's most interesting and complicated love stories. After all, Lan fell for a different Kirk from an alternate reality in Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. That Kirk tragically died, and the LT James Kirk Lan meets throughout the rest of Strange New Worlds Season 2 is a different person, but also still the same Kirk. LT James T. Kirk does keep visiting the Starship Enterprise in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. But how Kirk seeing Lan again will turn out, especially if the Enterprise's security chief is opening herself up more to people, remains to be seen. Also, it's a guarded secret whether Kirk's girlfriend Carol Marcus appears in Strange New Worlds Season 3. Still, the attraction between Kirk and Lan, and the chemistry between Christina Chong and Paul Wesley, is undeniable. What happens next between Lan and Kirk in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 could be unexpected and surprising. In the vast universe of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, where intergalactic adventures, intricate character dynamics, and daring missions weave together to captivate audiences, there's a new buzz that's sparking excitement among fans. At the heart of this anticipation is the potential for something deeper to develop between Lieutenant Lan Noonien Singh and Lieutenant James T. Kirk. Christina Chong, who portrays Lan, has dropped tantalizing hints about the evolving relationship between these two characters in the upcoming third season, leaving fans speculating about what could unfold. Lan Noonien Singh, a strong, stoic, and disciplined character, has quickly become a fan favorite since the series began. Her complex lineage, she is a descendant of the infamous Khan, Noonien Singh adds layers to her personality, making her both a character of great depth and a source of curiosity. Meanwhile, the young Lieutenant Kirk, who fans know will eventually grow into the iconic Captain Kirk of the USS Enterprise, is introduced as a brash, confident, and charming officer with a propensity for taking risks and trusting his instincts. While Kirk's future legacy is already well known to longtime Star Trek fans, his interactions with Lan in Strange New Worlds offer a fresh and unexplored narrative, creating an exciting space for these two characters to develop a unique bond. Christina Chong's recent comments during interviews have stirred the proverbial pot, suggesting that anything could happen between Lan and Kirk in Season 3. This cryptic tease opens the door to endless possibilities, from a deepening friendship to romantic tension or even something more unexpected. Chong's hint is particularly exciting because the character's dynamic has been brewing since Season 2. In one memorable episode, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, Lan and Kirk were thrust into a time-traveling mission to 21st century Earth. During this episode, they connected on a deeply emotional level, providing a rare glimpse into Lian's vulnerable side as she grappled with her feelings toward this alternate timeline version of Kirk. For Lian, who often keeps her emotions tightly in check, her connection with Kirk was a turning point. The chemistry between them was palpable, a mix of respect, admiration, and curiosity. Kirk, always the charismatic and fearless leader, seemed to be one of the few people who could get through Lian's emotional armor, sparking an intriguing question. Could this relationship evolve into something more? Chong's remarks suggest that this emotional groundwork laid in Season 2 might be further explored in the upcoming season. The idea that anything could happen hints at a storyline that could challenge both characters in new ways. Lian, who has been defined by her past and the burden of her genetic heritage, could be opened up by Kirk's presence in her life. Kirk, on the other hand, might find himself drawn to Lian's strength and complexity, qualities that challenge his usual approach to relationships and leadership. The potential for romantic tension is a tantalizing prospect for fans. Star Trek has a long history of exploring complex relationships between its characters, and a potential romance between Lian and Kirk could offer a fresh and nuanced take on this tradition. Unlike the more overt romantic relationships seen in previous Star Trek series, this one would likely be more understated, built on mutual respect and shared experiences. For Lian, entering into any kind of romantic relationship would be fraught with challenges. Her dedication to duty, her emotional walls, and the weight of her heritage all make her a difficult character to get close to. Kirk, known for his charm and boldness, might be exactly the kind of person to break through those barriers, but not without some resistance along the way. Of course, romance isn't the only possibility on the horizon. Chong's "anything could happen" remark leaves room for other forms of relationship development. Perhaps their connection will evolve into a deep friendship or a strong professional partnership. Both characters are leaders, each with their own set of strengths, and seeing them work together could provide some of the most compelling moments of Season 3. Lian's calculated approach to problem-solving could complement Kirk's more impulsive style, making them an effective team in the face of the dangers that await the crew of the USS Enterprise. Additionally, the question of Lian's lineage and how it will continue to affect her relationships is an intriguing one. Will Kirk learn about her connection to Khan, one of his future enemies? If so, how might that affect their dynamic? This revelation could lead to tension, misunderstandings, or even a sense of betrayal, adding a layer of drama to their interactions. Ultimately, Christina Chong's tantalizing hint about Lian and Kirk's future suggests that the writers of Strange New Worlds are preparing to dive deeper into their characters' emotional lives, offering fans a storyline that could be as unpredictable as it is rewarding. Whether the relationship develops into a romantic entanglement, a close friendship, or a complicated professional bond, one thing is certain: Season 3 promises to be full of surprises. In the grand tradition of Star Trek, which has always been as much about relationships as it is about space exploration, this new development between Lian and Kirk could provide the emotional core of the upcoming season. Fans will undoubtedly be watching closely as these two characters navigate the complexities of duty, emotion, and the unknown, a reminder that in the Star Trek universe, the possibilities are as infinite as the stars themselves.